trope, that thought of a bunker is, there's a lot of supposedly wealthy people. Well, they are wealthy, but supposedly
Right.
they have these underground bunkers. That's what you always hear. These rich people, these billionaires are setting up bunkers in New Zealand because they know something's coming. Like, oh, Jesus. Right?
Right. Good luck getting there in time.
Yeah. Right. Right. If the shit goes down and you happen to be in Hawaii and you got to get to New Zealand.
Also, your bodyguards are a lot stronger than you are.
Well, wouldn't you bring them with you?
Yeah, but it's going to be every man for themselves.
Well, wouldn't you have it if you're gonna have that kind of money to make wouldn't you have a bunker that could house a few hundred people so that you could, nobody gets insurrection in your movement?
I mean, I suppose if you bring everybody's family, you have to have a lot of preparing for this. That's what really kept taking me back to those the documents in the Defense Department about fear of infection creates anarchy and insurrection, because this idea of like fear of infection, people begin to, their mind actually begins to change in the studies under scarcity.
Right.
And scarcity coupled with fear of infection, it's so visceral. It's like, it's as much of an archetype as the bunker, being infected.
Right.
Very, very different than being shot at. Right? You get the sense if you can get into the bunker if you're being attacked with a physical weapon. Okay, I'm safe now. Close the doors. Make a fire. But with fear of infection, I mean, a biological weapon or any pathogen is a living munition. It self-replicates, and it's got an incubation period. So then right?
So then you can be infected and not know it while it's incubating inside of your body, and then you infect a bunch of other people as well.
Yeah.
So what do they think that they're going to do if they get into these bunkers? This is the thing. It's like if society completely collapses and anarchy just sweeps the nation and you've got cities on fire and people killing people and looting, eventually they're going to run out of food. Eventually there's going to be no infrastructure. You've got no power. You've got no one who's taking care of the water. No one's taking care of the satellites. No one's taking care of anything. The cell phone towers are down. What are these people in the bunker going to do? Are they going to reinvent society?
Well, that's the plan down the road. But before...
Do they have that? Do they have a...
Part 5 of the devolution plan is called reconstitution.
Oh, Jesus.
So they're going to reconstitute the government, like rise again like a phoenix from the ashes. But before that, I also learned the government has issued, the Pentagon has issued 1.7 million gas masks to its personnel. So they fan out across the states. But they can not really handle the numbers of people who are actually going to die pretty quickly. So instead, what their job is to protect the critical infrastructure. All of that stuff you exactly mentioned.
So they're just assuming that most people are going to die.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this is the quote. This is the exact quote from Colonel Tom Earhart, who ran catastrophic nuclear and biological war games at the Pentagon. So what Earhart told me is, in the event of a biological catastrophe, and by the way, that includes not just an attack, but an incident. And an incident means a lab leak. Okay? So in the event of a catastrophic biological incident, there is very little you can do to protect the homeland. Only things you can do to mitigate extermination.
Of the human race?
That's his quote.
Mitigate extermination.
Mitigate extermination.
So you want to keep as many people alive as possible, but it's probably going to be a very small amount.
And it's probably just going to be the 1.7 people with the gas mask and a whole bunch of like Machiavellian solipsis.
Do you imagine if our society had to be reinvented with only people that work in the government? Can you imagine
and
some of the most incompetent, crooked people in the world, and that's the new society?
Well, I have a feeling most of the bureaucrats would die because I don't think they could, take care of themselves, right? I think the people that would live would be those well-trained soldiers.
Well, that's not bad. That's probably a better scenario.
But the other problem you're looking at is reproduction because there's 17% females in the military.
That's not good.
That's not good. And then the other problem is that the other people who are left that are not in the military imagine the skills you have to be able to like deal with fear of infection in a manner that you basically have to be able to, as it was said to me, kill people on sight, like not even worrying about whether. This is where it really feels like The Walking Dead or, you know,
Right.
an apocalyptic movie.
28 Days Later was based on that. But 28 Days Later was a lab leak.
Yes, yes. That's
Remember, it was called Rage? It was
Yes.
something they were doing with chimpanzees, and a
That's right.
chimpanzee bites somebody,
That's how it opens.
and then it spreads.
Those are great films.